Hi again. So let's continue. In July, in June, at the end of June, I I was in some kind of trip. It was more like having some good time. It was like a present from a friend to me. We went to Savannah, Georgia, and in that moment, I was just like enjoying. It was just like a normal thing, L- innocent enough. I didn't know that it was just the beginning of everything. So and the end, at the last day of us going through Georgia, I found this young man, in a crystal store, and out of nowhere we start talking. I don't know where we start really talking astrology, quartz, and stuff like that. I don't know why everything happened because a dog that he was with. Um, but something connect with us, and I was like, well, this is happening because of something. I'm not usually the one that connect and talk about my gift or what I do randomly. I do it here, I do it in my social media, but personally when I'm out, I try to be as normal as I can, right? To enjoy this life as purposely as I can. So after that, when I get back home in that moment in Puerto Rico, we connect again. He told me that he needed some help, and I felt this compulsive feeling of being the one helping him, like I was the one that it was meant for that, right? So he started talking, and he decided that he wanted to do a soul path. In one point before that, I don't know, we're talking to him about his astrology sign, his chart. I was pulled out of my body, even that he was seeing me, even that I was talking to him. And he told me that the only thing that I was able to tell him, this is not normal, I don't know where I am, sorry. It was the only thing that I was able to talk to him. I was being pulled. I remember being up there in a spaceship with this huge spirit, and that spirit started laughing, and I was like, what you're doing to me, no one can do this, blah, blah, blah. And he's like, well, sorry, but you need to hear me. But it was everything so fast that my mind wasn't able to grab. The energy was like like really fast. And when I get back, I was like, what the happened? And my guys told me, Anunnaki, 11th dimension. And I was like, what? But it's impossible because I'm being in the 12th dimension from this galaxy, from this universe. So I know how we feel. I know how to process that energy. So I didn't know exactly what to on how to understand everything that it was going on. I hang, like I said, like I put an end to that conversation with him and said, hey, this never happened to me. Pretty good controlling and knowing my energy, so I don't know what is going on, so I would need some time. I remember that as soon as I finished with him, I went to bed. It was so draining, and it was so weird, everything that happened with my energy, my soul, etc., that I went to bed. When I wake up, I start looking and doing research. Even that I always believe what I see, always believe and trust what I'm receiving, I always look for information to validate or to explain in a little bit better whatever I was going through. So even if I have to explain to you guys, it's going to be easier, right? So that's the way that I was thinking about it. So after a while, I went to, I would say, like a couple of days later, I talked to him again, and he decided to do a soul path. When I did his soul path, I saw Egypt. I saw the past life of him as an Anunnaki. I was able to see that he was one of the two Anunnaki that was created as experiment, coming from the same energy, coming from the same light of Father, and how the story went wrong with them. They have like a planet by themselves to start creating life with Father permission, and then the other brother kind of get mad, so we're gonna call them kind of like a bad guy. It's not a bad guy. Remember, it's not bad or good up there, but you know what I mean. So he become, both of them were protectors, just like one were more nurture, more giving, more knowledgeable. The other one is more about fighting, about that kind of protection, like I'm here to be that fire. So but he wanted to create light that the other one have, and he wasn't able to do, because father told him, you're going to be the one always protecting from any kind of intrusive whatever, and he's the one that is going to be able to create it. So he got jealous. He allowed these kind of feelings to allow jealousy or rivalry and stuff like that, and they start fighting. Father kind of separate them, send the Anunnaki here, and send the other Anunnaki far away. So the Anunnaki here is part of the one that came before Egypt, but he was around what we call Egypt, but it's part of the Lemurian kind of history. But there's some things there that are not completely right or correct. I would say not right, correct. So he came here. Father gave him the opportunity to start creating life. So that's why some of the earth spirit are more. They were kind of the first, really more advanced here. So he started creating. The other one figured it out, came here and started fighting again. They were almost so close to destroy the earth. That is when all of the dinosaurs and all of the giants and others starseed or races living in here kind of got destroyed, and or they from a more physical form they have to become it changed to a little bit more subtle body. I'm trying to explain as much as I can, but it's when finally the earth spirit are here completely, like in a more way that we know them now. Like I say, this is our third time so close to extinction. But then is when Egypt came here with all of these beings. We have feminine, masculines, and celestials, and other beings coming here to help, to teach this earth spirit how to become one with themselves. That's why they, after a while, they do the mummification process, because they were able to come back in their body. They were learning how to reincarnate, not in another life, in their own life, as Jesus Christ did. When everything happened, he was able to reincarnate in his body, even that it was 3 days already or something like that. If I'm wrong, please let me know, guys. But that's how it is. Okay, so because of what happened with the Anunnaki, everything was fine. When these higher beings or these beings come here at the beginning of Egypt, humans or earth spirit in that moment see them as god and goddesses, but they are not god and goddesses. They are beings coming in their natural body, how we are there. And the pyramids are from here, but it was a gate that work in time and space in Egypt that allowed this pyramid to come from the future, from the earth, from the future, like another dimension kind of earth, coming to this one. It was like a parallel dimension from this earth. So it was able to bring this spirit. I'm gonna say us because I was part of that, but it was allowing us to come here because the pyramid energy was created in a way that sustained the energy of the universe. That's why nowadays, if you go to the pyramid, if you put a fruit or food, it don't get wasted, it don't get ruined, because the energy is still there. That is not from this planet. That's why scientifics are so difficult to understand. The only person that it was able to kind of mimic that kind of energy was Tesla, but he was killed because of the knowledge that he was able to get from his connection to his past life. He was part of those that came in the pyramid, so that's why he was able to understand how it works. So in that moment, everything was good. The bad Anunnaki was able to came here as Seth, But he was trying to do good. He was promising that he was going to be nice, etc. So that's why Father allowed him to come here. What we didn't know is like he was going to act in the way that he act. That's why the theory about he killing Osiris, etc. happened, and then that's why Father asked Isis to create Horus. Horus is not her son, but it was the first avatar. It's the first time that us starseeds were able to understand that we can come here in this body. This body is the tool, is the real way for earth spirit. For them, this is real. This is how they can live. So this is their body in that dimension. That's why we're going up. But for us, this is our avatar. For those that don't feel that we belong here, for us that we feel that we will just want to go back home. But in that moment, and I'm telling you exactly how I was, all of this information. When Horus was created, Father asked Isis, I need you to create a body with your magic to bring the Anunnaki, that is the only one that can fight this other one, this other Anunnaki, because they are really fast. If you remember, I told you about the 11th dimension when I knew about them, is because the 11th dimension that they're coming is really faster and bigger than this one. It's coming from another planet, another dimension, in another galaxy or multiverse, or another universe that is close to this one and is really far away from this. So we have multiverses. I know that I'm talking English, but let me comment if you need me to explain a little bit more about certain things that you're not understanding. But I just want to give you the history right now. So he asked Isis, with your natural ability of magic, of the energy to convert that energy in something magical that create life and give life to others, take the pieces of who Osiris was in the physical kind of form in this in this planet, part of you as the one that are going to create it, that I'm gonna bring my lights to bring that Anunnaki, Egi, that's the name that I can, Egi, Igi, something like that, to this body. And that was the first avatar created. So now that's why we are able to come here in this body trying to help the earth spirit to finally move forward, to create this new earth, to go to the next dimension if they allow us to do. So that's the way that everything happens. So that's why it's so important that we focus in Egypt. More things are coming in that area. But anyway, after that they told me that that's why they fight and everything. I still learning. I don't know everything about Egypt history, but I can tell you that not everything is how they say. Even Jesus Christ came from Egypt, not from the place that they are saying that he was born. The way that the planet was shaped in that moment, that area was everything compressed a little bit more. And the Nile River, or whatever it is, the one that separate, it wasn't like that deep. It was more something that people can pass walking through. So that's why. But Jesus Christ was born in the pyramid. He needed to born there. It's a lot that we need to talk about it. I didn't know if I talked about it before, but if not, let me know in the comments so I can talk about that story, part of the story that I know as well. But I'm telling you, it's been so long. So that it is the end of it. Yes, something else that I need to explain to you guys about that. I don't think so. But that's how everything is connected to my work that I'm going to be doing in Egypt. So see you in the next video.